Hi everyone, welcome to week 11. This week we're moving into the final phase really of putting together a final edit of our profile, working towards the final consultation, which will be in week 12. I'm going to go through the final template. I promise it's the final template for your profile. Now this is something all of you will be completing and submitting in order to pass task 2, the second fold. So everyone is doing this profile template exercise and submitting this template as a PDF to Moodle. If you are participating in Marder Now, you will be uploading exactly the same material to the Marder Now Google form. I'm going to talk about that later. But for now, I want to focus on the exercise that everyone must complete, and that's this template. So I've built the template in Illustrator, and you'll build it as a sort of single page. It's based on the Marder Now website design. Let's have a look at it. The Illustrator file's been set up very simply. If you open up your layers palette, you'll see there's instructions in red, there's the background, which is the parts in black, and the pink is the section that you must fill out. What you'll be doing is generating a PDF from this template, and the PDF will look like the area that's filled out plus the background. You can leave the instruction layer locked and the background locked. It's really just the area. It's just the pink layer that needs to remain visible and unlocked. Okay, let's go through it. It's self-explanatory, so I don't think I really need to go through it in detail. You've got, I think, 3 links, possibly more if you're doing Marder Now, but let's leave it as 3 at the moment. So you can fill out, up to 3. You can just do 1 if you want. And these are just external links. It could be a link to, it could be your email address, it might be your Instagram feed, it could be your personal cargo website or any other website. The section that is, the sort of about me part, this is your where you're writing about yourself as a designer. You have 100 to 200 words maximum. Then we move down to the image areas. So you've got up to 6 images, and the images might come from one project, they might come from different projects. This is all depending on what you're studying and the choices that you make and how you present your work. What we're building is sort of up to 6, no more than 6 images as part of this profile page. So you'll be placing or dragging and dropping, however you use Illustrator, your images onto this page. The images will need to fit with this layout. So the width you can see there with the these sort of pink areas here for your images. Stick to that width, but you can change the depth here, so that the sort of height of the image might change. So that dimension might be variable. So what you can do is, move these bits of text down and make this a little deeper, like so. Once you're done with that instruction layer, you can hide it. I would leave the background layer on because it gives you a good sense of a bit of the grid there, as per the Marder Now layout. Once your image comes in, you position it, and once you've positioned the image, title, put in your description. Once you're finished with that, change the pink text, make it black. You can delete the placeholder. So you're going to repeat that for up to 6 images. If you are participating in Marder Now, I'm just going to quickly show you the Marder Now form, so you can be familiar with it. You don't have to submit anything to the Marder Now form until November 1st, but it's good to be familiar with it. Okay, so after you've submitted your task 2, and if you are a part of the Marder Now exhibition this year, you'll need to upload your work to this Google form. It's exactly the same work. There's no difference in the work that you're uploading, but it's a slightly different process. And there's also video uploads, which we haven't had in task 2. So if you do have video work, you need to follow the instructions here on how to save your videos, MP4. There's some dimensions there for any thumbnails you want to generate. And there's also size limitations here. So for all of you uploading images, You've got 6 images and it's up to 200 meg per image. So that's probably a little bit maybe smaller than some of the images you might generate. So be careful that your images aren't more than 200 meg. And the videos are up to a gig, which again can be challenging if you've got a show reel. So just keep that in mind. As you click through, you'll see the forms are basically a duplication of what we've been doing in our task 2. So you're putting in your name, an introduction about you, and then some external links. So it might be to social media or it might be to your personal website. They actually supply up to 6, which seems excessive to me, but it's your choice. I would stick to 1 or 2, maybe 3 maximum. Once you get through to the profile page, you're uploading work. Again, you know, the instructions are there, the size, you know, video formats, etc. Much the same as you've just done. So you've got a maximum of 80 characters, which is roughly 10 words for the title. If the year wasn't this year, you can put in a different date, but it will display 2024 by default. And the description of the work, 700 characters, which is roughly 100 words. You know, we're going to be working on this in class, so you should really be copying and pasting what you've already submitted. Upload your work, thumbnails if you want it, and if you have additional work, you know, click through to add more work, and you've got, you know, 6 images that you can upload. It's a good idea just to look at last year's Mud on our sites. Understand it's not going to change this year. If you want to have a look at you know, examples of work, I imagine most of you have done this already. The work at the top are students who were award winners from last year, and you can go through and see there's a little thumbnail there of your work, and you click through and you can see you know, video that opens up through YouTube, and different images. You can see how the size does change in the depth, but the width is consistent. So if we're going to follow this format this year, we're going to do much the same on our template. So if you're not sure, or you kind of want to look at some other work, you know, just have a look maybe across even all of the design department at your different disciplines and how the work was presented last year. Yeah, and again, it's not going to change much this year. There might be a few tweaks, but I imagine it'll be pretty similar. And you get a sense of how the work will actually come across. Okay, thanks everyone. Let's jump into it. Remember, you're working on your final project if you're in spatial or industrial design, and communication designers, you need to decide this week what work you're going to be presenting. Is it going to focus on a particular project, or is it going to be a selection of different illustration styles, etc.? We really need to decide this week. So next week we can be putting our finishing touches on our profile and making sure they're sort of 90% ready to be submitted November 1st.